Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to Living in Sarasota Luxury. If you tuned into the channel before, you know my name is Mariah Taliaferro, and I'm a realtor with Premier Sotheby's International Realty, specializing in downtown Sarasota and the surrounding Keys. And I'm so excited to be here with Tom Lelyo. He is with the #1 brokerage firm here in Sarasota, and he also has an awesome YouTube channel called Jet Life with Tom that you should definitely check it out if you're considering aviation or just travel in general. So with that being said, Tom, tell me about why you think Sarasota is such a great destination for those people that love to travel.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mariah, for having me on the channel. I do appreciate it. Sarasota is a fantastic town for people who love travel. I moved here about 10 years ago with my family, and we've traveled from Sarasota to Columbia. We've traveled to Georgia. We've traveled to Pennsylvania. And the reason for that is because you have so much access to international airports. You can come right here to Sarasota Bradenton International, which is growing.
Yeah.
You can also go to Tampa, Orlando, Punta Gorda, even Fort Lauderdale, Miami are within driving distance for wherever you want to go in the world.
Yeah, that's really neat. Now, you specifically work with people that are looking to travel privately. So talk to us about why Sarasota is a great destination for private charters and things like
For
that.
private aviation, it's a fantastic place because there's actually 2 FBOs here at Sarasota Airport. An FBO is fixed base operator, basically a private airport.
Okay.
So as of right now, you've got 2 private airports that you have access to, with a third being built in about a year or so.
Oh, that's great.
And the reason why there's a third FBO being built is because of the demand. More and more people want to fly private. They're sick and tired of flying commercial. I don't know if you remember the last time you flew commercial, but I just did last week, and it was a nightmare for so many different reasons.
Very difficult.
So there's a more of a demand for private aviation. Now, you might think to yourself, well, you know, I don't fly that often, so I'll suck it up on a commercial airplane. You don't have to.
Okay.
In
What are those
Sarasota,
options?
so you got a couple options. If you're flying once, twice, maybe 4 times a year, you can fly private. You could charter a jet.
Okay.
Now, with charter, the nice thing is you can charter a small plane that gets you from point A to point B.
Okay.
In fact, in Sarasota, there's a charter company on the field that will charter Cirrus SR-22s. Those are small, 4-person, little spinny thing in the front, and it'll take. It's great if you just want to go to Miami for the day, come back. Key West, it'll get you there pretty quick. But it's very affordable. If you just want to take a small plane, maybe go sightseeing or go somewhere in Florida, you can do that right here. If you're only flying for like a family vacation, you can rent a jet.
Okay.
So you can charter a small like Citation jet, which we'll check out later.
Cool.
All the way up to a
Very
Gulfstream. Now those private jets, they don't go into typically like Sarasota Bradenton International Terminal.
Okay.
You need a private airport for them.
Got it.
And now you've got 2, you're going to have 3.
Third one.
So there's a lot of opportunities for individuals to charter companies that will let you rent it out, you know, once or twice a year, and you're good to go.
That's so neat. Now, if someone is actually looking to own their own plane, can you kind of briefly talk to us about what their options are, where they would go to do that, how they might talk to you personally?
No, absolutely. So, you know, if you're flying a couple times a year, charter works. If you're flying up to about 50 to 100 hours a year, charter still might be a good way to go. However, you can also look into like a jet card or fractional ownership. So you start to want, you know, that charter, that private aviation experience, but you want to know like this is my plane or this is my company that I always go with. And your experience becomes more and more customized. So with that, you have a jet charter card. Where you can buy in, and basically whatever's available to you in the fleet when you want to go, you have access to. So the nice thing is you can get a big Gulfstream if you're going coast to coast. You can get a small Citation if you're just going, you know, an hour or 2 away. So you have a lot of options by buying a jet card and having access to a fleet.
Very cool.
If you start to know what kind of jet you do want, you can go into a fractional ownership. And at that point, this is your jet. You're always going to have that jet, and you're just not paying all. You don't have all the burden of all the fixed costs and the maintenance costs that come with owning your jet. Once you get to 100 to 200 hours a year, that's when you start looking into buying your own jet, and they're surprisingly affordable. I look at it just like a high piece of luxury real estate, anywhere from $500,000 to $3 million gets you a beautiful private jet that you'll be proud to fly your family and your friends in.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're flying at that quantity of hours,
100,
it makes
200 hours,
sense to do it, you know, on your own. Well, that is so very interesting, and it's cool to see that there are many different options depending on what stage in the private flying experience you're in. So I think that's really neat, Tom. Thank you so much. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk to us about?
So one of the nice things about Sarasota with private aviation is not only can you get access to charters, not only can you own your own aircraft and have a hangar or a place to store it, you also have access to flight lessons. So for a lot of individuals that, high net worth individuals, they like flying. They enjoy the challenge of learning a new skill. They want to travel. Maybe they want to buy or be able to rent a small little Cessna 172 and go, to Miami for the day, and they get to fly. So the nice thing about Sarasota is there's a number of flight schools here in town, both like Sirius Aviation, which is where we're at right now. We're at Dolphin. And Sirius Aviation's like one of the premier flight schools in the country. They're right here. You can also find private instructors that will train you in a 172 as well. So living in Sarasota, you have a lot of options, not just to be flown, but to fly yourself. And that's a whole nother level of just excitement and that luxury lifestyle that people want to live to learn that new skill of flying. Absolutely. That's so neat. I'm proud to say that Sarasota has grown so much in the past couple of years. And this isn't something that's new. We've had private aviation and a lot of these options for a long time. And that has been in the roots of our city, of our culture for so long, despite the fact that it's just now kind of getting on the radar of a lot of people. So anyway, this has been such a great talk. Thank you so much, Tom. And if people want to get to know you more, they can definitely go to your channel. And I can absolutely tell Tom that you're a fantastic advisor. So for those that want to get in touch with him, we'll have the link to his YouTube channel in the description. And Tom, thank you so much. This has been incredibly informative. Thanks for having me, Mariah.